for the 5th installment of Halcyon's Playa Tips and Tricks. Now, this is never to be taken as a end-all be-all. In fact, you should probably question and probably ridicule most of the things you hear here. In fact, first off, make sure you hit BurningMan.com, survival guide, that's your number one. This is just kind of drizzle and flotsam that may or may not help, but has helped me. Now, I myself have graduated into the realm of RVs after a number of years, but I've had 8-9 years of camping on the playa in a tent. On the playa, your tent is your house. It's not just a place for you to sleep in, so you want to have it big because you got to have stuff in it. You got to store your shit, and you sometimes want 2 rooms. For a number of years, I actually even brought 2 tents. A small tent to sleep in, that I just try to keep as clean as possible, and a big tent to put all my crud. Here's another tent tip. When you leave your tent for the day, put a big sheet. Bring a sheet that you can just put over all of your stuff. So when you come back, the dust that gets through your vents, which you should try to tape up in advance, but when it gets through your vents and gets on your stuff, you can just take the sheet off. Take the sheet off, man! Take the sheet off, and then have a place to sleep that isn't dusty. Until you get in your bed and it's dusty, but you know. If this is your first time, I would highly recommend not making this into a photo safari. Yeah, bring a camera, a disposable or a cheap digital, probably a waterproof digital if you can do it, if you're buying a camera. Get a waterproof digital. And then just have it around and take snapshot memory stuff as you go. Or even better, what I like to do is set aside a chunk of time when it's not so dusty or when the light is nice and just have a photo safari portion of a day. You do not want to spend your time there in this incredible now by thinking about, ooh, I want to remember this later. Ooh, let me say, how can I frame this good to remember this later? Because, oh man. Don't miss the now. You're gonna need a ton of stuff, right? I mean, you've been reading all the lists and all your stuff and you're checking things off and buying stuff, and it's a lot. How do you organize it all? I have no idea. But I would suggest getting clear bins that you can see through and then label them as best as possible. I like to put clothes, have like daytime clothes and nighttime clothes. I sometimes even have 2 of certain items that I use day and night. Like I have a belt with a bunch of stuff on it, one for day and one for night. So my daytime one has sunscreen and lip balm and lube and camera. And my nighttime one has a flashlight and lube and... You must make peace with the porta potties. Everyone's used a porta potty, right? But it's I didn't really understand the whole gist of a porta potty and how it works. It's not like in bottomless pit that you can just throw things into and then they disappear. Somebody comes through there once a day with a hose and has to suck it out. Now, do not put anything in there that didn't come through your body. You can vomit into it, you can crap, you can piss, whatever else you can do, if you can projectile sweat, I don't know. But you have the temptation sometimes to toss things into it. A water bottle, a piece of trash, not even regular toilet paper, it even is too thick. There's special toilet paper they use there. It's 1 ply, it's just, you can buy it at like RV stores. If the things get clogged, that's like the #1 danger to Burning Man. It's not, military invasion or lawmakers. It's the porta potty people saying, we got enough of you fucking hippies. First off, lock the door when you go in there. And if you don't lock the door and someone walks in on you, shame on you. Shame on you. On the other hand, I think a nice etiquette is when you walk up to one, even if you're gonna push it, just knock twice and then, push, even if it's unlocked, because people sometimes are not in the right mind and they're in there, whatever. Knock, knock, open. Lock when you're in. These shouldn't be that hard. To see the previous year's tips and tricks videos, go to lustmonkey.com and make sure you hit burningman.com for all of their incredible info. And also know that no matter how much you look up and study and research, you will be ill-prepared. It's just impossible. That's part of the fun! That way you can ask your neighbors, ask your friends, make new friends, and say, hey, you know what? I didn't realize I was gonna need rash ointment. Do you guys have any I could borrow? So hopefully to see you on the playa. My name is Halcyon, and I love you. See you at home.
You only live once. Enjoy the color.